And there's big news coming in at the hour. The Pakistan-Iran face-off takes its next big turn. Now Pakistan claims it has carried out airstrikes against Baloch terrorists on Iranian soil. Saravan and Jalg, these are the two areas that Pakistan says they have targeted. And let me tell you, Jalg, while that is closer to the border, Saravan is far inside Tehran. Sources in Pakistan claim that some locations have been targeted. There are varying accounts of how many locations. We will confirm that shortly. Relations between Pakistan and neighboring Iran have hit a new low, and this started on Wednesday after Iran carried out airstrikes in Balochistan, killing 2 children and injuring 3 people. Tehran had said its missile and drone attacks were targeting bases of militant group Jaish al-Adl, who have found and have had a safe haven inside Pakistan. Tensions have escalated to the two sides pulling out their envoys from each other's land and suspending all high-level visits. And in a strike which was similar to the way Iran had carried out inside Pakistan, now Pakistan claims that they have carried out a similar styled attack on Baloch terrorists and their bases inside Iran. Now, to get more updates on this, we are being joined by our Pakistan Bureau Chief, Anas Malik, who's live from Islamabad. Now, Anas, we are seeing, is it a tit-for-tat? It seems like a tit-for-tat move, because exactly what happened, I think it's barely not even been 30 hours since we got news of Iran carrying out those attacks on Pakistani soil. Now, Pakistan claims that they have carried out similar strikes, but the locations that have come in, one is Saravan and Jalg. Saravan is far inside Iran, far deeper than where Iran had targeted. Talk to us about what this implies.
Well, this was bound to happen, Shivan. We've been talking about it, that there was a lot of pressure on the Pakistani establishment internally for the fact that, one, it was unprecedented, and secondly, it was more to do with the legacy as well. They thought that despite of this, what they dubbed it as an unprovoked provocation, they thought that it was somewhat challenging their sovereignty and territorial integrity by somebody as closer as they are to Iran. When it comes to bilateral relations, the reason the onus lied with the Pakistani side, and from last night, from the time, in fact, the first acknowledgement came, Pakistani side had been saying repeatedly that the onus would lie with the Irani side of the consequences when Pakistan will retaliate. Now, sources in the government and senior sources, official sources, have confirmed that the Pakistani Air Force went deep inside Iran up until 40 miles and have struck terror targets of the Baloch Liberation Army and the BRAS. These are at least 7 targets have been engaged. Most of them have been engaged in the Shamshar village in the Gulshan area of Sistan, Balochistan province. The other targets that have been engaged are in the Saravan and Jalk areas of the Irani side in Iran's Balochistan, Sistan. Now, this is something that has been a problem because the Pakistani side has long been saying that across the border, Baloch terrorists have been harbored and nurtured and given safe spaces by the Irani side. Last year, we saw that Panjgor attack happening on the Pakistani security forces, and then at that point of time, the Irani ambassador was summoned as well to convey Pakistan's displeasure and request to act against these elements. In retaliation to the 2 strikes that Iran had done, now it is almost certain and confirmed that Pakistan has struck back 7 targets, 7 instead of the 2, and that is up until 40 miles deep inside the Iranian territory. Shivan?
Now, Anas, of course, we are tracking it closely as it develops, and it is a developing story, so we can't be absolutely sure at the moment because an official word is yet to be out, which we will need to take as the final blueprint here. But Pakistan seems to have carried this out exactly the way Iran did, and they are carrying the same narrative as well, that Iran targeted Jaish al-Adl, their bases, that is again a terrorist organization, and Pakistan again is now targeting Baloch terrorists. Are these terror bases or the safe havens that they have found in these respective lands, are they becoming the reason between Pakistan and Iran? Would this escalate into a larger conflict or a larger war, if it's safe to say that?
I think at this point of time, it will not escalate into a larger conflict and a larger war, because there are actors that are already there. For instance, China has been working on it literally over time, since last night, since the day before, since the time when Iran had acknowledged the strikes. There is Oman, that is a factor, has good relations with both Pakistan and Iran in order to defuse tensions. Then there's Turkey as well. So there are multiple countries, third-party mediators who are there and who are making sure that the conflict does not escalate beyond a certain point. And that is something I believe that the Iranian leadership and the Pakistani leadership, they both understand. As I said, it was a matter of face-saving for the Pakistani side, that they just had to act. They could not sit back and relax or give a brave face that in case if something of this happens again, then they would have acted. The reason they went on, as per the claim by the Pakistani security officials, that the Air Force engaged earlier this morning, into hideouts on the Irani side of Baloch terrorists. That's what they claim. And an official word from the Pakistani military or the Pakistani MOFA spokesperson is yet awaited. What we understand is that at about 11:30 a.m. Pakistan time, in about 3 hours from now, there will be an official briefing of the Pakistani Ministry of Foreign Affairs, a weekly briefing, and we expect some information on the matter to be shared during that weekly briefing. Shivan?
All right, Anas, we'll let you go for now. Of course, this is a developing story, and we will get back to you as you get us the latest updates of what's in store.